Welcome to CSN, the Network Podcast. This is your host, Kayvon Cutler, with my amazing co-host, Dre Nazario and Malik Hampton. How are y'all doing this wonderful morning?
I'm surviving, boss. How everybody doing, man?
Y'all know me, blessed and highly favored, Good day to pod, good day to be here. All of that. This is the day that the Lord has made. So I will rejoice and be glad in it. How you feeling, brother?
Y'all know the vibes, man. Blessed and highly favored, like you would say. Definitely doing better now that I'm talking to you two, I'm ready to hop right into it, man. Got another great episode for y'all. This is episode 80. Shout out to the gang. A lot of podcasts, not to throw shade at anybody, but a lot of, platforms that get started and they never make it this far. So anytime we make, to make it to a new whole number like this, an accolade like this, it has to be cherished and acknowledged. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. We're going to keep going. We never going to stop. Again, stop asking me, are we still doing the podcast? Ask me when the next podcast coming out. That's a better question. You dig? So with that being said, let's get it.
Facts. Let's get into it. We jump in right into the NBA. The other night during the Mavs and Timberwolves game, Stan Van Gundy said that Luka and Kyrie are the best backcourt or best scoring backcourt in NBA history. Do we agree?
Best scoring backcourt in NBA history?
Yes.
Yeah, probably. I can't think of too many backcourts, It's a bunch of like big little guys, that did their thing. Guards, forwards, guards, bigs, Because I would say Bron and Kyrie was better, but J.R. Smith 100% did start the two in Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I think they are. Yeah, just by the definition of it, yeah, I can't see. I think Harden and Kyrie had the potential to be, but, you see how the Brooklyn shit worked out. So, yeah, I think it is Luke and Kyrie. I mean, they can get buckets from anywhere,
I'm trying to think.
It's hard. It's real hard.
Well, what would you consider Clay and Steph?
Yeah, that's a 1 and 2 for sure. They shoot. That's the best shooting backcourt, but the best scoring. See, Clay can't go get a bucket like Kyrie and Luka can. You know what I'm saying? Like Clay was more off the screen. You know what I'm saying? Off the screen, one dribble. You know what I'm saying? Pull up. Like he had what? Didn't he have 60 with like 11 dribbles or something like that? Like something retarded.
Yeah.
He was a shooter. Kyrie and Luka can go get them buckets from all three levels for real. I think that would, if just determining scoring, shooting wise, it's Steph and Clay. Scoring, no.
You got I'm trying to think. The Spurs had a nice
Tony Manu.
Tony Manu was nice.
Manu didn't start though.
Early in his career, he did though.
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
That ain't it.
I don't think
neither one of them averaged 20. For real.
But they had a big man too, though. So
yeah,
that kind of throws it off a little bit.
It's hard. Guards is hard. Rip and Chauncey.
Chauncey was tough.
Rip and Chauncey.
That ain't tough. They both can't go for 40 though.
No.
It was a different league too. You gotta think we come across this question or this topic all the time where we try to compare across generations. The game was a lot different. You barely scoring 90 back when they was playing. You feel what I'm saying? You scoring 90, that's a high scoring game. You score 90 now, that's a low scoring game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In this case, I don't think we can say that because of just the type of players we're talking about. Chauncey was nothing but a true point guard. Luka is not. He's like a scoring, stat sheet stuffer. Kyrie isn't a traditional point guard. These are guards that can score. So yeah, the game evolved. So these are like products that we have, like different type of guards. But if we just going off the essence of their game, because Chauncey was nice as hell in college.
Yeah.
Rip too. Rip won a ring at UConn.
For sure.
Yeah, I just think, yeah, it's a morphing of eras for sure. Like what we get is what we see. Kyrie and Luka, they just they offspring of that. The game changed for the better to where the combo guards are handling the ball. You know what I'm saying? Instead of
Throw y'all loop the AI and Eric Snow.
Oh God. You should have kept that one. We be killing Eric Snow weekly. Good defender. Solid point guard.
Yeah, he did his job.
Yeah, that's all he did. He did his job. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's hard for real. For a point guard, shooting guard back. Yeah, that's just
What would we consider Tatum and Jalen?
Yeah, that's not a backcourt.
That's
Tatum's
like
a 3.
4.
Yeah.
3 and 2 and a 3.
2 and a 3. Mm-hmm.
Vince Carter was.
But I mean, if you team makeup, you could probably make a 1 and a 2. But I don't think Tatum want to handle the ball that much.
He do not. Neither one of them, for real, for real.
We know Jaylen Brown can't go left. We don't want the ball in his hands.
Neither one of them do, for real, for real.
Would y'all consider Vince Carter a small forward or a 2 guard? I say 2 guard, but
I feel like he's been listed as a small forward before.
Yeah, I was gonna say it depends on his team.
The team makeup. We gonna say him and J Kidd.
And J Kidd was nice back in the day. But throw another one at you. I'm not disputing what you're saying. Thank you, Malik, for being specific with your verbiage, because I'm with you in regards to the best scoring backcourt. If you want to give them that, okay. I like Isaiah Thomas and Joe Dumars too. You know what I'm saying? Both guards that could get you 20 plus. You feel me? But again, we talking about guards that could get you 30 plus, right? I also like Ron Harper and Michael Jordan. Me personally being a Laker fan, I like Derek Fisher and Kobe, the success they had, but Derek Fisher not going to get you nowhere near 30. You feel me? He going to hit some clutch buckets, though. He hit a lot of clutch buckets for him. Arguably hit the greatest game winner I've ever seen, hitting that game winner on the Spurs, back in 04, 0.4 seconds, 0.4 seconds. Still never seen nothing like that, Dre, Malik. So, those are some other names I just wanted to throw out there as far as pairs. But, again, Malik, if that's what we doing, choice of words, all right, best scoring backcourt, okay, that's cool. We can revisit that conversation at a later date. But right now, I could give them that, though, because they do. I mean, it's beautiful to see, man. I mean, it's pick your poison, right? So, I like it.
Who y'all got for the best backcourt of all time? Just in general. No best scoring, no best shooting.
I'm gonna say Steph and Clay. And the reason why I say Steph and Clay is because how they complement each other. For years, and I hate that Clay got hurt. Not more so because how he looks different from on the offensive end, how he looks completely different on the defensive end. That's one thing that I appreciated about Clay. Because, yeah, he'll snipe you, but also come down and strap your best player. You know what I'm saying? So, I think having someone that was a great two-way player that's top 5 shooter in NBA history to complement and pair with Steph that isn't quite the defender, but he's not a liability by any means anymore, but he's not the defender Clay is. I think Clay's form is prettier than Steph's, but Steph is a better shooter. Like, it's crazy, how they complement each other, how they're both great shooters. I think, it's arguable. I think Clay might be a better catch and shoot 3-point guy than Steph. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's his bread and butter. Y'all know he don't even got it. Bro, he could catch it right here and boom, just put it up. So that's who I would say is the best backcourt of all time, in my personal opinion. Again, got a lot of love and respect for D Fish and Cole. You know, rest in peace to Kobe. Y'all know I'm a big Kobe guy. Always liked that J Kid, Vince Carter pairing. Always thought that was nasty. Joe Dumars, Isaiah Thomas. We all know, you know, Zeke. That's one of the greatest point guards to do it. You know, and after that, it gets real tough. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and shout out to TMC. You know, they had Tim Hardaway, Chris Mullin, and them boys back in the day. They was nice too. But yeah, to answer the question in its totality, I think Steph and Clay, the Splash Bros. I think that's the best backcourt we've seen. I mean, 4 rings, multiple records being broken as far as 3-pointers. Clay, Game 6 Clay, I'll never forget that performance he put up against OKC. Right? I mean, you know, you can say what you want about Clay, boom, not being able to get one, but that game, he put that team on his back. They would have got eliminated if Clay didn't do what he did, period. And OKC might have went on to win one. Like that genuinely felt like they probably was the better team that year. Just Clay just put on just a crazy performance, man. That was wild. So hitting 12 threes in a pivotal elimination game like that, which is still a record in the playoffs, that's wavy. So that's my answer. What y'all got though, gang?
Steph and Clay, I agree.
Yeah, I would probably agree. Just for lack of research right now, and nobody's popping, off, um, off the top of the dome that I would even consider, like you said, just from a ring standpoint. They got four of them things. So yeah, I think I agree. I agree. We talked a little bit about generations and all of that good stuff, and eras of basketball. Do we think this is the greatest era of basketball we've seen in the league so as far as league wide talent, skill level, excuse me, shot making ability?
Yeah, for
To
sure, easy. I think the skill level I mean, cut the film on and tell me what the skill level look like, you know. And it is the way basketball was constructed for sure. You know, I ain't, just dismissing the old heads. You know, roles used to mean something back in the day, before they turned to this positionless, basketball. And then Steph and Clay and them changed everything, even harping back on them, So yeah, I think it's clear as day that the players are more skilled today, Yeah, I think it's clear as day. I don't think you could even argue it. Like you got fives like Joker, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, is and I'm not saying he better than Kareem. I'm just saying like just look at the skill set, Joker can take it all 3 levels. He can, bring the ball up the court, run the offense, it's just the evolution of players. Yeah, it's they're way more skilled, but that doesn't mean that it's better basketball being played, though. I will say that, you know, because I harp on it a lot. It's a lot of bad basketball being played with the skill. You know, comes this training. You know what I'm saying, and then comes with this product that we see where these dudes look like they just playing. They doing cone drills out there. So yeah, I won't say that the product is better for real. To be honest, as crazy as that sounds, you know, but I think the players are way more skilled. I don't even think you can argue that.
Yeah, I definitely second that. More so from the standpoint late that it's way more talented players now. If y'all remember growing up, y'all remember playing the game, you know what I'm saying, watching. T Mac was on the Magic. That was it. Grant Hill was hurt back then. Ray Allen was on the Supersonics. Rashard Lewis was young, right? AI was on the Sixers. No knock to, what's his name? Aaron McKee. I liked Aaron McKee. I liked Eric Snow, but they not on AI's level, right? Jason Kidd was really by himself. And that's no knock to Richard Jefferson League. I know we used to go at it on the game, playing with the Nets, you know what I'm saying? But they really didn't have a solidified, scoring option until they traded for Vince Carter. So, it's just league wide. It's just way more talent. Each team now has about 2 stars that they could build around, play through. And I like that aspect. The role players are better now, better shooters. So I just like the league right now as a whole. Again, that's no disrespect. I grew up, again, not to harp too much on my Lakers, but I grew up, liking Rick Fox, liking Robert Horry, liking Derek Fisher, what I'm saying? Guys that played pivotal roles on championship teams that, were good shooters, good defenders. They're just great, solid role players. Now, we're getting that and then some. We're getting role players that are all-stars, like Pascal Siakam. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a great, great player. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't get the credit I feel like he deserves, but that's just a prime example of somebody that I think is nice. That's an all-star.
Did you just call Siakam a role player?
No, let me finish, B. That's what I'm saying. He's somebody that, would you call a superstar? No, but he's all-star level, definitely formidable. He's going to average 20 and 10 for you. You know what I mean? That's just giving you an example of how talented the league is. Would somebody say he's a top 15 player in the league? No. Would somebody say he's a top 20 player in the league? No. But bruh's still nasty, though. Like, that's my thing. See, we could go through the list. You think Pascal top 20 in the league?
Yeah, he might be. Yeah.
He like 18 through 20.
Bro, I think you got Pascal all the way fucked up for real. Pascal nice, bro.
He is.
Think Kawhi win the ring in Toronto without Pascal?
No, heck no. Yes, he was.
And it's always been this way too, bro. Like, there's never been a bunch of superstars at one time. There was a point in time where they might have been trying to market a lot of people like superstars because you got the brands, you know what I'm saying? Reebok was actually a thing, you know what I'm saying? Kids don't wear Reebok no more, but AI had that on Smash and whoever else came up through them, Now I think it's always been that way, bro. It's only going to be a handful of superstars. Like Siakam isn't a superstar. I'm not arguing that, but I feel like it's
solid,
always been that way.
Yeah,
I feel like it's always. Now I'm not saying the talent level, what I'm saying, of everybody has always been the same, but there's always been like a distinguished. There's superstars, and then there's the rest of everybody, then you start ranking them.
You got the superstars and you got the good players.
The good all-star, damn, they're good players, I feel like it's always been that way.
It has, but until both of y'all's point, we can kind of pinpoint where the league actually shifted in like talent level, and like Kay said, you got a couple of different players on each team. Like, you got the start of the big three, which it didn't start in Miami. It actually started with the Celtics with Paul, Kevin, and who am I missing? Who's their third one?
Rondo, Paul, Kevin, and Pierce. You talking about Paul Pierce, right?
Yeah. Paul Pierce now. But yeah, so that's when the league shifts to all right, yeah, we can have multiple superstars on the team at a time. Then you got the positionless basketball with the Warriors and, how they started to win games and things like that. So it's interesting and definitely, like, we're kind of blessed to be able to see the evolution of the game in our lifetime. Hopefully, the quality of the game will start to get better because it is a lot of bad basketball. It's just pick up, most of the time. And who can score the prettiest basket, and that's
I agree.
That's where we're at right now.
It looks bad out there on any given night, man.
It does. We spoke about college, but in the NBA, who are some of your most favorite players, regardless of era?
Man, so all right, I've already spoke on Kobe. Always been a big Vince Carter fan. Always thought he was super talented. If you hear other NBA players talk about him, they feel like he had room for more. Like he didn't fully tap into his potential, which is crazy because I thought bro was definitely, nice. greatest in-game dunker we've ever seen. You know, I always loved KG. That's one person I could say, you know, the thing that kind of kept me at peace when the Celtics beat us back in '08 was I was like, all right, KG got one. If anybody deserved one, it's KG. So respect. You know, I always loved KG's game. Always loved Jason Kidd's game. Always thought, you know, just a true, pure point guard playmaker. Loved his game. Who else? Gilbert Arenas. Although his takes kill me now. I hate how bro be talking now. His takes stupid. Just keeping it
Hey,
all
bro,
the way.
I will never forget. Who was it? Kwame
Oh
that
yes, he
went
did.
in on, bro. He told the truth about
He did.
Gilbert.
He did. He did. He got
He
him
just be talking, bro.
back. Trying to think who else. Man, a lot of people try to disrespect him, like calling him like I never forget what Shaq said years ago, and that's another conversation in itself. However, Scottie Pippen, I really liked his game. The Last Dance really made me go back and tap into the film. Like I liked how diverse his game was and everything he was doing. Definitely thought he was nice. I always thought Penny was nice. T Mac, T Mac was nice. D Wade, Melo, Braun. Yeah, man, those were some of my favorite players growing up. Just going through the list, I know we went through college, some of the, you know, best one and done, some of our favorite players that we seen come through the college ranks. So I just wanted us to list some of the NBA players that we really enjoyed watching growing up through the years that we seen produce greatness on the hardwood. You know, I thought a lot of the aforementioned names helped push the game to where it is today. You know, that finals run D Wade had, Dre. I know you a Heat fan. I ain't seen that too many times in my lifetime, man. He was going for 36 like it wasn't nothing. Like, I remember that. You know what I mean? We had some great talent in the NBA, man. It's not taking anything away from anybody that I didn't mention. But yeah, those are the names that stick out to me the most. Derrick Rose, man. D Rose, love D Rose, like love D Rose. Steph Curry, of course. AD, D Rose, man. I really thought D Rose was about to take over the league. Y'all lucky he got hurt. That's all I'm gonna say. What you got though, fam?
Um, everybody, I'll just go underrated players. I like Baron Davis. I was a big fan of Baron Davis. Uh, Steve Francis, I liked his game a lot. Michael Finley, I was a fan of. Uh, who else? Josh Smith used to play for the Hawks. Loved his game. Swiss Army knife. Um, Josh Howard used to play for the Mavericks as well. Liked his game a lot. Hito Turkoglu used to play for the Magic. Liked his game a lot. Um, who else, man? Michael Redd used to play for the Bucks. Love Michael Redd's game. I don't know if I said Joe Johnson, but Joe Johnson was another one, underrated guy that I liked watching. David West, him and CP when they was down there in New Orleans. Loved David West, elbow inside work. You know, he was giving you 20 a night. You know, sad they couldn't get to the finals out there. You know, I was really rooting for them New Orleans teams. Who else, man? I was a fan of Boobie Gibson. More Mo Williams than Boobie Gibson. I give Mo Williams a little bit, you know, more credit than that. I like both of their games though, but I thought Mo could play for a while. And probably the most under the radar, you know, underrated player for me. Not like just in this list, not me per se, like, you know. But Sam Cassell. I like Sam Cassell's game, man. I thought the Mummy was nice, you know. So yeah, some of them. Ray Allen when he was on the Bucks, you know, that's when I, you know,
That was the other
really,
name we was missing.
yeah, that's when I
So,
Sam
that was the other
Cassell.
name.
The
Yeah.
Mummy, man, he was tough. Yeah. So then I went underrated. Yeah, them some underrated players I really took liking to. Of course, everybody like the T Max and all them, you know. But those are some of the guys that I like hooping with on the game as well, man. So
Yep.
it made me watch their game in real life too, you know. So yeah, some of
Yeah.
them guys.
Yeah. I'll go pretty traditional. Got AI, D Wade, Tracy, Kevin Garnett. I liked Ben Wallace. Uh, who else? Um, point guards. Jason Kidd. Um,
And I
I
want to
like
throw him in there while you're going on your list. Darren Williams for the Utah Jazz was cold. Darren
Darren
Williams was cold.
Williams. He was cold. Um, who else? Obviously, did I like Steve Nash's game? Nah, he was all right. Jason Williams, shout out to the fam. Um, who else over there? Mike Bibby. I was a real big fan of Mike Bibby. Um,
Asia. Peja.
yeah,
I fucked with Peja.
Chris Webber, of course. Um, Big Diesel. We forgetting Shaq. We don't mention Shaq a lot, but pretty dominant guy. Trying to think anybody else that I may have missed. Uh, Tayshaun Prince. For real, I used to, I used to like his game.
I'm glad you
Uh,
said Prince. I want to throw another one out there. Antoine Jameson. Cold.
okay,
Shout out to the Tar
okay,
Heels, man.
yeah.
Jerry Stackhouse was cold.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Who else was some just like some role player guys that were good? I think that's all I got for real. I think what's the name was really talented, but he never found like the right team to let him rock out. Shannon Brown.
Shannon Brown was talented. Rasheed Wallace.
Yeah, Rasheed Wallace for sure. Um, yeah, that's all I got right now.
It was a lot of nice picks for real, for real. Lamar Odom was cold, you know,
For
in his
sure,
own way.
for
Yeah,
sure.
talent going around. Katino Mobley with the lefty, Corey Maggette. You know, it was a bunch of nice dudes. Latrell Sprewell, tough.
Facts,
Hey, I remember when
facts.
Spreewell dropped those shoes when we was in fifth grade, Dre, with the spinners on them.
Yeah, the spinach. I
The
wanted. Did I
Dada.
have a pair? I might have had a pair, bruh. And then it's like you be excited, then you put them joints on. You like, nah, I can't even rock.
And
Yeah,
Well,
I
he
can't.
Steve's these,
I
man.
can't even. I can't even rock these. Um. Next question is, what player do you think has the most influence on how kids build their games now? I think this is an easy question with Steph. Um, as of lately, you know what I'm saying? Everybody want to shoot threes. Everybody want to shoot threes, walk away, all of that BS. But
Steph definitely changed the way people, play for sure. But for real, personally, it's probably
maybe
Paul
harder.
George.
You
that's
think
who I
Paul
was going
George?
to say, Lee.
They
Yeah,
all listen to some of them young kids talk, like some of the top high school hoopers and stuff. They all love Paul
they
George. They
love
say they
Paul
model.
George.
They say he the perfect player, like he the one that they try to model their game after. It's crazy to hear that, Drake. But a lot of the young kids coming up,
I was gonna say Harden too. Everybody with all that dribbling and stuff too.
yeah, something like that. He definitely got some influence in there. But they love some Paul George for real. It's
Yeah,
crazy, but they do.
they asked him one time in a
Surprising.
post game interview because I just was looking it up on TikTok, like why are all these kids like Paul George? I just wanted to see, and it's this one Erica Badu song. Uh, I forget the name, and they asked him like, why do you think they call you that? And he was like, I don't know, maybe it just got to be smooth. When I think of that Erica Badu song, I think it's smooth. I'm like, if you watch his clips, he do got a bag, like for
He
sure.
do. He
He
can dribble. He
do.
can
He's
shoot.
talented as
Yeah.
hell, bro.
He would have definitely been like the one too if he didn't get hurt.
I think it's his
Multiple.
mindset with him. He came out and
Yeah.
said he can't be the best player on the championship team, and I think
Yeah,
that was
I
like,
cannot believe he said that.
I think that that just really put it all into perspective of why he don't take it to another level. For sure, I think the injury definitely hindered him because he was on a crazy trajectory for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
But he give you flashes of that, every other night now. But he just don't. He don't want to be the guy.
Crazy.
Switching back to the Mavs with the series going the way it is, are you willing to change your stance on who will win the series?
Hell yeah! I mean, I think I picked the Wolves.
You did.
Um,
I think y'all both picked the Wolves.
I'm not saying it's over, but if the Wolves gonna let the games be like, all right, so two things here. If Karl Anthony Towns, it might just be what it is, he ain't got no post work at all, So if he ain't gonna be able to take advantage of his matchup that he has, they for sure gonna lose. But also, the Wolves got to keep their foot on the gas, man. They start doing bonehead stuff when they get in these leads, and you kind of got to like have a nice little gap once you get into the fourth quarter versus this Mavs team. Like this Mavs team isn't really, they're playing hard, no disrespect to them, but they're not really a constructed championship team as you would, as they're trying to make them out to be. But if the games go a certain way, they can beat anybody on any given night just based off of Luka and Kyrie. If you're gonna make this a game where we gotta go bucket for bucket down the stretch,
You ain't gonna win that one.
you're not gonna win that versus them two. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Y'all likely to miss more before they miss.
Right.
The Wolves they was up 8 in the fourth quarter of game one at one point, and Luka went on a 7-0 run by himself, blitzed them. Now the game looked different. Now booty holes is tight. Now, we gotta get a bucket. When he
You
coming
going
back to get
force,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, he just did 7 straight. Like, yeah, it's they gotta do certain things. They gotta really like keep at their leads, you know what I'm saying, and not let them, collapse them as quick as they have been, or they will get gentlemen swept. I think they'll still grab a game, but they could get them out of here quick if they just gonna keep not stretching their leads and collapsing like that. Yeah, like it's tough. That's gonna be tough for anybody. The Celtics too. Like if they got to go bucket for bucket down the stretch, like of course we know Tatum can go get one, but we also know Jaylen Brown might not. He could miss. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that's a scary team. You gotta really put some distance between you and them because if it's close in the fourth down the stretch, like that's not a war you want to get into. Like they cold for real, for real.
I think that goes back to our point just on how differently teams are constructed now, because now it's really like a game of matchups. Like you'll match up well with, the Timberwolves matched up perfectly for Denver because you got three bigs that you could uh throw at
Joker.
Joker. Now you got those three bigs that they ain't gonna really help you right now because you got these guards, superstar guards that can go get a bucket, like you said, go get 30. So now you gotta figure out something different.
Yeah, in the
And
game more it's more open to you see how many
yeah,
lobs the Mav getting, bro? Like,
yeah.
that don't look the same when Joker out there running the offense from the
Mm,
top of the key. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Like,
right,
it's crazy, yeah. They get into the lane at will.
yeah, for
But yeah,
sure.
I'm stuck with the Wolves. I called them in 6, but that ain't gonna happen. If they win, it's gonna have to be 7 for
It's gonna
sure.
have to be 7.
Um, but yeah, I ain't switching my pick, but I ain't mad to say that they might get them out of here quick either. The way the game's been going, the Wolves could have won the first two, but they didn't, So that's a confidence shot right
Booster for it.
there.
Yeah.
So like, yeah,
Hey, Lake, it's only gonna get tough. They in Dallas tonight. You know what I'm saying? You drop those first two at the crib. Hey, pressure is on. You got to
Yeah.
do what you did in Denver. You know what I'm saying? Like these,
yeah.
I hate when you can't split at home because it puts so much pressure on you. You know what I mean? Like I take it back again, not to bring up my Lakers too much, but back in 04 when we lost to the Pistons, I was so scared because I knew if we didn't win that game too, where Kobe hit that game time 3 on Rip, I'm like, bro, it's gonna be trouble. Because going to Detroit down 0-2 after losing both at the crib, like you said, that's not good for the
They
ball.
got 3 straight back then too, didn't they? 3
Yeah,
straight home games. Yeah.
yes, sir. So you don't want to go in there 0-2. We still ended up losing 4-1, but regardless of the fact, I do think they win tonight. Just to give my quick prediction, I'm with you, Malik. It's definitely going to have to be a series that they win in 7. I just think that they're a little young and they're showing signs of that, Dre and Malik, just because some of the shots that they're taking, it's not smart shots. And to your credit, yes, you want to keep your foot on the gas, but bro, they be settling for threes way too much. Like, Ant, you got to get to your spots, man. Like, you're a great mid-range shooter. You don't have to get all the way to the bucket. You feel me? But you could get some points up just to kind of hold off on all the scoring that Luka and Kyrie is doing. And shout out to PJ Walker, man. He's really stepped his game up this whole playoff run. So,
Washington.
yeah. What'd I say?
You said Walker.
Oh, my bad. My bad. It's still early. Forgive me. I definitely thought I said Washington in my mind.
My thing is, this shit going exactly how it's going exactly how you would want it if you the Wolves. But bro, that's why I know Ant ain't been shooting well, you know what I'm saying? But that's why I'm putting the spotlight on Cat, like I know a lot of people say Cat showed up game 1, but he was 6 for 20 with 20 points, bro. Like, like it looked good at the end of the game. He had 20, but 6 for 20, we know what that looks like, like that's sporadic all over the place. And then he come back and don't get double digits. They throw it to him in the post. He turn around, fade away. He ain't hitting the rim, bro. It's like you don't got no post work at all. So he can't. He's got the matchup. Yeah, he got the matchup.
He's soft though.
But he got the matchup. If you that talented, ain't no way Gafford and Lively got you in the chokehold like that, bro. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if you look at the stat sheet on the opposite side, Kyrie and Luka have had their sporadic points in the games where they are shooting good. You know what I'm saying? But they're not really shooting good themselves. They just not taking advantage enough to where, all right, it's close now. So now all it is about buckets now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like it's been so frustrating to watch, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. They do make young, stupid mistakes, bro. Like it's like Cat getting 2 fouls within like the first 4 minutes of the game, bro. It's like
Cat's not young though.
He not, and that's the thing. I'm with you, Dree.
He's not young. He's been in the league for a minute.
Yeah, 9 years. Yeah.
I think he might be a trade candidate for real. I know that's crazy to say, but bruh,
I don't know.
If he's not going to dominate, because this is where he's got the matchup, bro. He's got the matchup. If he ain't gonna dominate in the biggest points, bro, it is what it is with Cat at this point. Because like Dree said, he not young no more, bro. He been in the league a plethora of years now.
9 years, yeah.
It's
and neither is Gobert. I mean, I know he's not really a factor, but they should be the leaders of the team. Like,
they got Ant leading the team. And I'm not saying Ant ain't an alpha dog, you know what I'm saying? But y'all been there,
Y'all been there,
scoring. Yeah, come on, bro. You're supposed to step right into that with him, be there with him for everybody else instead of letting him lead you.
Yeah,
that. No, yeah. Cat ain't who we think he is, man. He got talent, but he's soft for real.
Big softy.
Yeah. And he ain't got no post work at all. At all.
Oh, man. With that being said, do we think the Mavs have a legit shot to win the title this year?
Yeah, I just said it 100%. They do.
Yeah, I think we said it last episode, too, that if the Mavs won, they would probably win it all. If they won this series, they probably win it all.
Yeah, I like both teams out the West. I just wanted to see what y'all's opinion was with, because to me they kind of lack size, so I wanted y'all to give y'all's opinion on how y'all think that would fare against the Celtics for real. But
it just depends on when Porzingis coming back because all they got is Al Horford right now. You know, but I know Porzingis he can return, but he gonna be rusty too. Just to throw him into the finals and expect big time, contribution. They might need to play him here soon in this Pacers. They might need to play him game 4 in the Pacers series just to get his feet wet, bro. which they said he could come back game 4. So they might need to do that just to go ahead and get him, used to something. Because if they sweep them boys in this series over here, get extended or whatever, he ain't gonna have no real playing time in between that, So yeah, I think like you said, like we said last podcast, the Mavs, if they get there, I 100% think they can win it.
Facts, facts, facts. You ain't got no WNBA news on here, bro, but the league is hot. So,
They
Ace is
FanDuel now.
yeah, Ace is still kicking ass. Excuse my French. Liberty took their first loss to Chicago. Angel Reese doing her thing. Everybody still claims everybody is hating on Caitlyn, but we all know what's happening. We talked about the last episode. So that's all. That's all for the WNBA. Go see a game.
Yeah, man. Support the ladies, man. Help generate that revenue, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. What we didn't mention? Did we mention that 100 grand getting investigated? Okay.
Oh no,
Two.
no, we didn't mention it was getting investigated. No.
Yeah, the league is now investigating that 100 grand that the Aces got from the city of Las Vegas. I'm guessing that it has something to do with it being a gambling area. So I guess they just want to make sure the money is legit. I don't know. It's like, who cares where the money comes from? They said out loud that they were giving it to them. It ain't like
Yeah, it wasn't
it's
secret.
gonna be right. It ain't like it's gonna be drug cartel money or nothing. I don't get it, but whatever. And then we have two new teams coming to the league. One will be out of Toronto, I think. It's somewhere in Canada. Canada will have its first WNBA team, and then you have a team that is coming to Golden State. Um,
That's
I
fine.
don't like. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Opens up more jobs, Dre.
for sure, more jobs across the board. So you got more players, more coaches, more training staff, all of that good stuff. So big up to the league. I know I was talking to somebody, they were like, man, it seemed like they keep playing the same teams. I'm like, yeah, it's only 12 teams. It's only 12 teams in the league right now. Um, but yeah, hopefully we can bring the Charlotte thing back too. And we just, keep going up, keep bringing their revenue in. However, however we see fit, or however it happens. But yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah, man. Drake. Leak, you got anything you want to address any unreadiness? I didn't just combine both y'all's names. That's hilarious.
Drake.
Nah, I'm good, man.
Hey man, shout out to all the graduates. Shout out to Cuzzo, all the fan, man, that's graduating this weekend, man. It's a beautiful time for the high schoolers. The world is yours. We all know what that experience is like, graduating high school. It's a beautiful feeling. Make sure y'all stay responsible with the money y'all getting, because definitely get a bag graduation money, especially if you come from like, a good big family. You dig? So, just be mindful of that. Yeah, man. RIP to Meech. Please continue to like, subscribe, share, and view the content. This your boy K. I'm with Leak the God and Drizzy, and we out, man. Peace and blessings.
Peace.